The top stories. A woman is charged in connection with last week's violent robbery outside the bank. Ex-NCC workers continue their protests over severance pay. And look out for Sleepy's memoirs. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, November the 19th, 2014.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your time, your way.
A woman was among 3 Christchurch residents remanded at Dodds when they appeared in court charged in connection with last week's violent attack and robbery outside Scotiabank in Rockley, which left a man badly injured. And that's just one of a series of other serious offences they are accused of. 23-year-old Stephanie Ben of Vauxhall Gardens, 27-year-old Geron Colony of Enterprise Gardens, and 22-year-old Jamar Rashid Clark of Goodland Gardens were jointly charged with 2 counts of robbery and 4 counts of theft from a motor vehicle. Messrs. Connolly and Clark have also been jointly charged with 7 counts of robbery, 1 count of aggravated burglary and assault with intent to rob, 2 counts of serious bodily harm, and 3 counts of theft of motor vehicle registration plates. About 50 retrenched workers of the National Conservation Commission have been out again protesting the length of time it has taken for them to receive severance benefits. They are part of a batch of 200 NCC workers sent home in March, but who claim that they were victims of a political witch hunt. Prime Minister Frandl Stewart referred the matter to the Employment Rights Tribunal in May, saying the retrenchment process was flawed, but the tribunal has not yet heard the case. Some of the former NCC workers who met at NUPW headquarters expressed the hope that the tribunal will award them an interim sum until the full case is heard and decided. They say their unemployment benefits are running out and they need a resolution quickly. A planned march was cancelled because of rain. Well, it's the day for female entrepreneurs as part of Global Entrepreneurship Week. Natasha Beckles has been speaking to a local businesswoman.
We've reached the midway point of Global Entrepreneurship Week. It's Women's Entrepreneurship Day, and across the world, countries are celebrating, supporting, and empowering female innovators and job creators. We here in Barbados are no different, and today the Barbados Youth Business Trust will reveal whether they were able to find 1,000 female entrepreneurs. Today we'll be chatting with one woman who stood up to be counted, Melinda Bell, the founder of Astrape Finance. Melinda, tell me a bit about Astrape Finance and what prompted you to start it.
The reason why I started it because I have a passion for teaching people. I worked with an offshore bank for 5 years and I saw the adverse effect it had on many people globally. And part of the reason why it would have affected people adversely was because they didn't have the financial knowledge and know-how to, be wise with their finances. So I thought, hey, this is probably a niche where I could fit in and really be that voice that could help people find their way through their financial course.
We're celebrating female entrepreneurs today. Are there any benefits that you think come along with being a female in business?
There are a couple of benefits. The fact that I can show other women that they have a voice as well too. I mean, I do not discriminate against men, don't get me wrong, but in terms of the fact that you may not be a man, but you as a woman can have a voice as well too. You can speak to situations, you can offer insight, you can provide solutions and be just as eloquent or just as brilliant as anyone. Once you have that passion inside of you and you're born with a purpose and without a shadow of a doubt this is where you are led to be, then you have a voice. So I can't help but stress that women do have a voice as well too.
And look out for the full interview on our YouTube and Facebook pages. St. Winifred School is planning to open a 6th form in about 5 years as part of a planned expansion. The fee-paying school, which offers education from nursery to CXC general proficiency level, is looking to acquire a government lot just across the road at Pine Hill so they can offer advanced proficiency courses. Principal Anthony McConney spoke of the plans after a tour of the school by Education Minister Ronald Jones. Mr. Jones gave the assurance that he will give permission for St. Winifred's to acquire the land at the appropriate time. The Commonwealth may have lost its luster, but the Barbados branch of the Royal Commonwealth Society is not about to let the organization disappear from local view. It has donated a quantity of exercise books with information on the Commonwealth to primary school students during a brief ceremony at the Queen's Park Steel Shed. The Commonwealth is a voluntary association of 53 independent countries, almost all of which were formerly under British rule. Recruiters from about 30 colleges and universities in the United States came calling on Barbadian students on Wednesday during a college fair at Hilton, Barbados. U.S. Ambassador Larry Palmer said the event was part of the 100 Strong America initiative launched by President Obama to launch educational exchanges between American students and their counterparts in Latin America and the Caribbean. There are often complaints that our decision makers go to the great beyond without leaving behind written accounts of their lives and experiences. That, it seems, will not be the case with Sir Frederick Smith, well known, of course, as Sleepy, this country's first Attorney General, a founder member of the Democratic Labour Party, and a judge who presided over the murder trial of Grenada's infamous coup plotters. It has been reported in England that his memoirs will soon be published. The co-author Alan Smith will be sharing insights into Sir Frederick's life and those of other Barbadian statesmen at an independence function of the National Council of Barbadian Associations in London next week. He will be joined by Professor Richard Drayton, Rhodes Professor of Imperial History at King's College, London. In sport, the West Indies selectors haven't quite finished their job of picking the team for the South African tour starting next month. That's because Darren Bravo has withdrawn from the original 15-man squad for unspecified personal reasons. Some pundits have suggested the name of Barbadian Jonathan Carter among the contenders to replace Bravo. We shall see. And finally, it's not a subject that Bajans like to talk about, the toilet, but for this World Toilet Day, November the 19th, we must, especially when 1 in 3 children across the world do not have access to a basic toilet. Sad, isn't it? Now for some toilet humor. From a contest in Britain to find the best toilet joke in celebration of this day. Stand-up comic Beck Hill flushed the competition with her entry. And here's the joke. For Christmas last year, I got given Sudoku toilet paper. It's useless. You can only fill it in with numbers 1s and numbers 2s. Now, did you wet yourself? That's Nation News for Wednesday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And get your Daily Nation on Thursday.